Hey everyone, welcome back on another podcast episode. So, in this episode, we have Anisha Bhattacharya. She is one of the six Adobe Women in Tech Scholar 2021. And in this episode, she had shared her experience about this scholarship, how she got selected, and some tips for the future aspirants. So, if you want to become a next Adobe Women in Tech Scholar, then this episode is for you. So, and I have also put the link about this program in the description, so make sure to check this out. And if you want to connect with Anisha, then do follow her on LinkedIn. She's very active, and she will definitely clear all your doubts. And make sure to watch the entire episode and share this episode with all your friends. And most important part, like this video and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, let's get started with our intro. So, hi Anisha, thank you so much on joining the Summer Show podcast. So, would you like to introduce yourself to all our listeners and the viewers?
Hello everyone, I'm Anisha Bhattacharya, a pre-final year student from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. The reason why I am here is that I am one of the 6 recipients of Adobe India Women in Tech Scholarship.
Yeah, that's great. So, Anisha, would you like to tell us about this program of Adobe Women in Tech Scholarship, and from where did you get to know about this scholarship?
Yeah, so when I was in my college, in my second year, I came to know about this scholarship program, and then only I decided that I should participate, but obviously I was not eligible because it's an opportunity for the pre-final year students. So next year when the application process began, I came to know through various LinkedIn pages. I decided then and there to apply for it and started preparing for the application process.
Okay. Can you tell us about the scholarship? Like, what is the main objective behind this program?
Yeah, so the Adobe India Women in Tech Scholarship is a program to help the emerging women in technology so that these female students can even further explore their interest in technology.
Yeah, that's great. So, can you tell us about the eligibility criteria? Like you said that you have applied in the third year. So, only the CS stream can apply, or any background can apply for this program.
Yeah, so girls in their pre-final year can apply for this particular scholarship, and there is not any restriction that the person must be from a technical background like computer science engineering or ECE electrical like this, or even if a person is from a data science background like data science with BSc such degrees, they are also welcome to apply.
Okay, that's great. And what is the application process? Like, how many rounds are there? So, can you brief us about the application process?
So in the application process, there is an application round where the candidate has to make the application, which contains the basic details, academic transcripts, resume, a letter of recommendation from a professor, few basic essay type questions, and an optional video essay. Now, if a person gets selected past the application round, they are called in for the technical interviews. Now, for my case, I had 3 rounds of technical interviews, but actually it differs from candidate to candidate, so there is not a fixed number of interviews. So once after the interview, if one is selected, they get a mail that they are selected for the scholarship.
Okay. And during the application process, like, you also have to submit the resume. So, what are the things we should put in the resume, and any kind of tips would you like to share to our listeners?
Regarding the resume, I would feel like if a person has made any personal project or they have contributed to open source, they should certainly include that. And apart from that, if you have done any extracurricular activities in the field of tech or taken part in any conference, those are most welcome. But just I would suggest people to keep the resume in one page because it would help the scholarship panel to go through your application quick and easily.
Okay. And you have also mentioned that you have to give the college transcription. So, what is the minimum? Is there any minimum CGPA that you have to maintain in your previous semester? Yeah, any average student can also apply, like 7 pointers or above 8 pointers. So, yeah.
I don't think there is a eligibility criteria regarding CGPA. So if a person, even if she has a bit low CGPA but excellent tech background, they can surely apply for it. And obviously, like if a person is in their first year, I would suggest that keep an average CGPA about 8.5 or 9. That would really help.
Yeah, I think above 8 is perfect. Actually, I have also maintained my CGPA around 8.5. Yeah, that's great. And regarding the essay part, so what are the key points we should mention while writing our essay? What are the main points? Like it should be authentic, or what kind of essay questions they ask generally?
I think the essay type questions differ from year to year, but the essay type questions revolve around your journey in tech, your inspiration, or what are the challenges you faced as a woman in technology. So when one is writing the application, I have seen in many people, like when they have a strong resume, they think that okay, we have a strong resume, that is enough to get us through this round and we don't need to focus that much on the essay type question. But my suggestion would be that as during the interview would be that your skill matters, but for the application process, they would not see your skills then and there. They will just see your resume and your question answered. So one must focus to portray themselves, not only their tech side, but also stand out as a person through the application. That would really help.
Okay, that's a great advice. And you have also said that there are 3 technical rounds. So can you share your experience, like what kind of rounds are there, whether they are proper coding round or it's generally HR round where he or she asks regarding your project. So how is your technical round?
These technical rounds for the scholarship are a bit different from the generic hiring rounds we expect. So they were more a technical discussion type of thing, where the interviewers went through my projects and went through my resume in general and asked questions related to my project and the mentioned skill set as per the resume. So I also had to demo my projects, and as my projects were mostly concentrated on deep learning, so they asked me how a model worked or what are the difficulties I faced or how to improve this particular thing. And that was the main point of all these 3 interviews, followed the same pattern.
That's great. Means they must focus on the project part and whether you are able to explain your project in a proper manner or not. So yeah, projects are very important. And when did you hear back from them ki you are selected, and then what was your reaction when you got that you are out of 6 scholars who are selected for this year? So yeah.
Yeah, so I started my interviews in December first week, and I had like 3 rounds of interviews, like 1 in each week like this. And after my last interview, there was a gap of 2 or 3 days. I heard back from them that I was selected as one of the scholars. So I was obviously very happy, coming from a tier 3 college, that I was selected for such a big opportunity. And also you have a self-doubt when you are from not so premier college, so that was very much there was very much excitement, and obviously I look forward to hear from them about the future prospects and the internship opportunities, like how to prepare for the interview and stuff.
Yeah, that's great. do you know how many students have applied in 2020? Because when I checked the website, there are only 6 students who are selected. So is there any difficult, मतलब they are doing some difficult procedure, like हमें मतलब इतने select करने हैं out of many students. So
I'm not sure about the exact statistics, but there are many girls who are applying for this because this is one of a kind opportunity, and the number of applicants that are being selected differs from year to year. Like there is not a hard and fast number. Like this many people would be selected out of all of them. It would basically depend on one's performance, but I guess it fluctuates like 5, 6 for the last 1 or 2 years I've seen.
yeah, even I also checked कि in the last to last year they have selected only 2, so they are just 6, 7, 8. मतलब yeah, that's really a high
Yeah.
competitive in this scholarship. Yeah. And when did you start your internship in Adobe? Yeah.
Actually, I would be joining Adobe as a research intern in May. So I'm an incoming summer intern with Adobe. I'm looking forward to work as an intern over there.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity. Can you please tell us again the benefits of this scholarship to all our listeners? What kind of benefits you will get?
Okay, so for my case, the one that was told in the website, that is the reimbursement of fees for the last academic year, travel grant to GHCI, mentorship opportunity by Adobe persons working in Adobe, and also I got a chance to interview for an internship position with Adobe, which later I got a confirmation mail that I was selected as a research intern in Adobe.
That's great. So, would you like to give advice to all the students who wish to apply for this year? Yeah.
So, to any person, any girl who is thinking to apply this year, I would suggest that once you're making your resume, focus it on one domain of interest that particularly excites you. Have a good knowledge about your project in depth, like they can ask you questions regarding that. And also, like many scholars have shared their previous experiences, go through them, they are really helpful. And that's it. And just focus on your application process too. It's also very important, as well as your resume. Focus on both of them.
That's a great advice, and I believe that this episode will definitely help a lot of women to apply for this scholarship. So yeah, thank you so much, Anisha, for joining us and joining us, and it will definitely help a lot of students. Yeah, and I will also put all your social media handles, so all the listeners and the viewers who are watching and listening, they can directly connect with Anisha, and he will definitely clear your doubt regarding the scholarship. Yeah. So thank you
Yeah,
so much.
sure. I will be very happy to clear any doubts.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me.